Bro, can y'all fucking bro, what's up? It's Oreo Gaming, man. We back in here with another video. I know this shit late, and normally I would have either done a reaction or a review for the episode last night, but I didn't even watch the episode until sometime today because I was just busy doing like a bunch of other things, and I was trying to avoid spoilers and shit as much as I could. But bruh, Vegeta finally got a dub, bro. That's all I got to say. We can't, like, bro. I'm so happy for this nigga, bro. Cause for the longest, bro, Vegeta, I always fucked with Vegeta heavy, bro. But I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't admit my like fandom of this nigga. I mean, people already knew anyway that I like Vegeta, whatever. But I could never say like Vegeta was my nigga, cause he took him and Gohan was like, toe to toe when it came to like catching owls. And I was just like, man, shit, bro. This nigga Vegeta can't catch a break. Last week when we saw the episode 125, and it showed that like Vegeta was going at Toppo, I was like, man, damn. I was just like, Vegeta about to take a L. He finna be Frieza or some shit like that. And my mans came through, man. Toppo out of there. That's crazy though. They only gave Toppo like one fucking episode, which I mean I'm cool with that. But the whole God of Destruction thing was actually dope with Toppo, and it's kind of crazy that only really lasted like 2 episodes, and his reign was really only like prominent for really 1 episode, maybe you can say 1.5, because he for like the longest he was whooping Vegeta ass. And I'm watching this episode and I'm like, damn, bro. Same old, man. But somebody must have, like, fucking raped Toriyama or some shit and had this dude fucking taped up in a chair, and, like, they forced this man to watch them, like, animate Vegeta, like, catching a dub. Like, because there's no way that shit got past him. And he was just like, all right, cool, fine. You will let Vegeta get a win. There's no way that happened. He had to have been forced against his will. These niggas at the sweatshop got fed up with his shit. Well, shout out to the people in the sweatshop this week. The animation this episode was really, like, really fucking good. I'm gonna talk about the rest of the episode as well, but I just had to get this out the way first. Like, they must have locked this dude up in a cell or some shit, no pun intended, and forced him to look at Vegeta like winning something. You know what I mean? Because they didn't have no spare animations in the vault of Vegeta taking a dub. At least any like current material that they could have had over the past like 10 years. There's no way they did. Anyway, man, I'm just gonna get the main part out the way first. That happened, yes. Vegeta eliminated Toppo this episode because I mean Toppo was fucking wrecking shit, right? And him and 17, as we saw from the previews like last week, him and 17 end up going at it. 17 is like, oh shit, and he's this nigga Toppo is abusing. I understand that Hakai and all that is like very hype beasted in the Dragon Ball universe and shit. I overuse that shit, but they really overused, I feel, this whole Hakai beam shit. Like, I can't tell you how many times this nigga Toppo said the word Hakai in this episode. But, he was wrecking everything, right? And 17 is like, oh shit, and so then Toppo sends like a final beam at him or whatever at 17. And out of nowhere, the fucking GOAT, Frieza, just comes and like knocks that shit away or whatever. And then, Toppo, gets hit. Like, Frieza comes through and ho 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 ho. And he's like, man, you a weak ass nigga. You thought you finished me off, didn't you? Well, you didn't, bitch. And then, he does this paralysis move, which I don't understand why Frieza hadn't done that, like, in this whole tournament. I don't get that. I mean, I guess you could say, save it for when shit actually get real and when Frieza actually decides to join in on the fight. Sure, but, so he has this like, orb of like paralyzation. I don't know how else you would say, because he just called that shit straight up paralysis. So, and it's on Toppo, and Toppo can't move, right? And so Frieza throws rocks at it, and then he starts shooting the shit with beams and shit, and Toppo breaks out of all that. So he whoops Frieza's ass. Like he demolishes him again, and so he's starting to he's not really whooping 17 ass because 17 is running away, and he comes up with like trap him or some shit, cover him in rubble and shit. That obviously doesn't work, and it's looking like it's the end for 17. Vegeta comes through because they show Goku and Vegeta still fighting Jiren, which this actually looked really good. Like it didn't look like any like used scenes or anything like that. Like it actually looked like fucking interesting, and so they end up getting split up, and so Vegeta ends up fighting Toppo, and then they fight, and Toppo is real to just about to end this nigga, and Vegeta goes and he's like, hell nah, Bulla, Boma, Trunks, Kaba, Vegeta. I understand that he's like a father to like multiple people, to not even his kids. Like, where the fuck is Kaba's dad at? But Kaba is so trash. I really wish that Vegeta would just leave this nigga alone. I get that you want to go to planet Sadala or Salada and all that, but nobody cares about Kaba. Just leave him alone, Vegeta, please. That makes you look weak. That shows your actual power level, my nigga. Anyway, but he goes through all that, and he says, oh, I don't put nothing aside, or whatever the fuck, and he fucking destroys this nigga. He does, the I can't think, was there ever even a name for it? The self-destruction move that he used to take out Boo, and they show that as well. He takes this nigga out, but he actually doesn't die. He actually survives it, but he's barely alive, and so Toppo is gone, and it's like, oh shit, right? And so now it's 1v4, and they get into the previews for next week, and it just looks like Jiren whoops all they ass, which he does. Like in the preview, they show he whooping everybody ass. Vegeta somehow is able to attack him. Jiren isn't even phased. He's not phased by Goku, so they're like done, right? And now I'm fucking so hyped because we getting 17 and fucking Jiren, bro. Oh man, shit, that shit just hit me again, bro. We getting 17 and fucking Jiren. I do think this is because how they kind of filmed it and how it is. It looks like 17 gets eliminated next week. I'm cool with it now, I guess, because 17's made it to the point where it's like, all right, he's done enough, right? And it's like, if he were to get eliminated, like I can't really say that because that's my nigga, and him and Frieza have been like my favorite characters throughout this tournament. But I'd be cool, I guess, at this point if he got eliminated. It's whatever. But I think one of the bigger takeaways from this shit, and I'm not even bullshitting, was Jiren showed fucking emotion. And he fucking congratulated somebody like other than a damn Universe 11 nigga. He shitted on Toppo. This dude straight up said like, it's a damn shame. Like you should have did better than that. And I'm thinking like, you damn right. If you're a god of destruction, my nigga, like, you should have handled Vegeta no problem. So, like, that just pretty much means I'm not going to be one of those niggas that's like, oh, is Vegeta stronger than Goku now? Or I'm not, oh, he is. I'm not, going to get into that. But Toppo looked like a little bitch. I can't lie. I don't know if it's because we're so accustomed to Vegeta taking L's that once he finally wins, the person that he beats just automatically just seems weak as fuck from the very beginning. I don't know. But like Jiren cracked a fucking smile. Oh my god. Like he showed emotion. He said, Vegeta, you did good, little nigga. Like, I'm proud. He didn't say he was proud. He said he was impressed, or he said something along those lines. He was like, good job type shit. And I just did not expect that from Jiren. And then of course, we finally next week get to see Jiren's like true power and whatever, where he just whoops everybody ass. So I'm assuming either a couple people get eliminated next week or over these next 2 weeks, and it might end up just 1v1 Goku versus Jiren or something like that. Or maybe Goku and Vegeta make it to the end. I don't know. At this point, I do think Universe 11 is probably getting eliminated. Like they're probably gonna get erased, and then I think Goku and crew will probably just wish them back. But all in all, bro, this was a dope ass episode. These niggas have been hitting the last like bunch of weeks, man. I guess, you know, because they feel like, oh shit, we about to be done for a little while. So that might be why. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know if you guys are hyped for next week, like I am. Let me know all your opinions on the show in the comments, man. It's been Oreo Gaming. New videos all week, every week. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Vegeta took a fucking dub, bruh.